layers of the earth. So to understand the structure of the earth, first let me get the background of how the earth has formed. So although exact origin of our earth is still not known, it is believed that it came into existence about 4500 years ago. So in the beginning, the earth was very hot and a molten ball of rocks. Okay, it was very hot and a molten ball of rocks. As it cooled down, the denser or the heavier part, they sat down and they settled in the middle, and the lighter parts, they started to float on the top of the earth, and like this the crust has formed. So this is how the earth has acquired its present position, okay, its present form. So as you know that the earth is a watery planet. Okay, the earth is a watery planet, and nearly 71% of the water, means 71% water is there on the earth, and only 29% land is there. And there are 7 huge continents are there and 5 vast oceans are there. So here, so mostly the earth, means mostly on the earth, the land is concentrated towards the northern side. Okay, towards the northern side it is concentrated, and water is concentrated towards the southern side. So that's why the northern side is called as a land hemisphere and the southern side is called as a water hemisphere. Okay, water hemisphere. So now we will go to the point. So at present, the interior of the earth is like a onion. I think you saw the onion. So the layers in the onion, they will be one inside the other. So it's the same like that only. The earth is also like that. Or you can also take the example of the apple. You can also take the example of the apple. So like the apple have a skin, pulp and the core, like that only earth also have the 3 different layers. So now we are going to see the 3 different layers. What are the 3 different layers? Okay. So the 3 different layers are the crust, mantle and the core. Okay, this outer and inner core is only one. So crust, mantle and the core. So these are the 3 different layers of the earth. Okay. So now we are going to learn about the crust. So the outermost layer is the solid crust. Okay, the outermost layer is the solid crust. So now we are going to know about the crust. So the topmost, the crust is the topmost solid layer of the earth, and the average thickness is 50 kilometers. Okay, its average thickness is 50 kilometers, and this crust is divided into 2 parts. Okay, this crust is divided into 2 parts, that is continental crust and the oceanic crust. Okay, so the first one is the continental crust and the second one is the oceanic crust. Okay, so this oceanic crust will be very thin when compared to the continental crust. So here the thickness will be only 5 to 7 kilometers, whereas the continental crust will be nearly 35 kilometers. Okay, and the mostly thickest part of the crust will be near to the mountain ranges, and that varies from 45 to 70 kilometers. Okay, these will be the thickest parts. So the continental crust is also called as Sayal. Okay, the continental crust is also called as Sayal because this continental crust is rich in silica and aluminium. Okay, this continental crust is rich in silica and aluminium, and the oceanic crust is called as Saima because this will be rich in silica and magnesium. Okay, oceanic crust will be rich in silica and magnesium. So As I told you, the crust will be thinnest at the valley and thickest at the mountain ranges. So can you tell me how much part of the crust, means how much crust will be formed, means the volume, how much volume of the earth will be taken by the crust? So now we will see that also. That is only 0.5 to 1% will be taken by the crust. Only 0.1 means 0.5 to 1% will be taken by the crust, and most of the part of the earth will be covered by mantle, means nearly 84% will be covered by mantle, and the core will be covering it nearly 15%. Okay, the core will be covering it nearly 15%. Okay. So the next highly viscous layer is called as mantle. Okay, the next highly viscous layer is called as mantle, and the depth of the mantle is nearly 2900 kilometers. So the depth is, it means the depth is extended up to 2900 kilometers here. So now we will go, means by now we will know about the mantle in a deep. Okay, so the layer beneath the crust is called as mantle. The layer beneath the crust is called as mantle. The layer beneath the crust is called mantle, and the depth it extends up to 2900 kilometers, and average temperature is 3000 degrees Celsius. So this mantle, it is made up of viscous material, means the mantle is made up of viscous material, as the temperature and also the pressure will be more in the mantle. So as it is located under the crust, so there is no chance, means the material of the mantle has become very viscous, because it don't have any place to go out. Okay, so although means highly viscous, like viscous means although it is in a liquid form, but it doesn't flow very freely like water. Okay, like water, it can't flow very freely. Like for example, you can take the example of the tar. Okay, while building the roofs, you have seen the tar, I think. So you may have known the tar. So the same way, this mantle will be more and more viscous than the tar, more and more viscous than the tar, and it doesn't flow freely. And this material, which is very viscous, present in the mantle, that is called as magma. Okay, that material is called as magma, and this material is called as magma. And here in the mantle, this means the mantle has the predominance of the minerals like magnesium, iron and silica. Understood? So mantle have the predominance of the minerals like magnesium, iron and silica, and mantle is also known as asthenosphere. Asthenosphere. Mantle is also known as asthenosphere. Okay. Okay, now we will go for the core. The central part of the earth is known as the core. The central part of the earth is known as the core, and the radius here is 3500 kilometers. The radius will be 3500 kilometers, and here the temperature will be above, it will be from 2200 degrees Celsius to above 5500 degree Celsius. Okay, 5500 degree Celsius. And this outer part, it will be in a liquid form, and the inner part will be in a solid form. Okay, the inner part will be in a solid form. So you may have got the doubt why, means when the temperature is so high, why the inner part is in a solid form. So the main reason is that is here the pressure will be very high. So which make the material solidified. Okay, which make the material solidified. Understood? So now we will go into detailed one. So here we don't have any direct evidences to understand the core, but it was discovered in 1906 by R.D. Olha. Okay, during his study of the earthquake records, it was first such internal structure element to be identified. Okay, it was the first such internal structural element to be identified. Understood? So here this core, it is consisted of the materials like nickel and iron. So iron's chemical name is called as ferrum. So that's why it get the name called as Nef. Okay, so that's why the inner core get the name called as Nef. So nickel plus iron equal to Nef. So this is about the session, that is the layers of the earth, and thank you very much for listening, and okay, bye.